Okay, since I found out there is no way I can express or explain what's going on, I just say it in the best way I can. You know, basically, it's manipulation, it's distraction, it's distracting. I'm talking about covert torching and covert harassment that it's done constantly on daily basis, on night basis, every day, every single second, every single moment. You know, I don't have no privacy, even 1 second, not even 1 second, not even 1 second of private moment. I don't have no private moment, even 1 second. And I'm talking 14 years. I'm talking 14 years. I figure out that the Maxine who live above me, they're participating in it. And the reason I'm saying it, because I see pattern. I see systematically some type of pattern what they're doing. Something to do with noise, something to do with running water, something to do with stamping, that causing shaking of the brain, shaking of the brain wave, shaking of the brain cell. And they do it from any place they want. They can do it. If they have some way how to do it, they do it. I can record the stamping because my phone can't record it, but the stamping go directly to the brain cell. It's go to directly to the brain wave and the brain cell. Now, from what I understand, their name it's Maxine. This is the last name, but everything shady about them. So I'm not sure what is it all about them. I don't know if this is their real name. I don't know if they're real brother and sister. I don't know if they're real family. Don't know nothing. The only thing I know that systematically, they are following my thoughts. They are stamping to cause brain damage to the brain wave and to the brain cell, causing damage to the nervous system, causing damage to the DNA. And since they moved here above me, my life turned to a nightmare. To a nightmare. They have, I don't know if this is a style from the Soviet Union or style from the Cold War or style from the some type of Cold War around the world that they are using on me systematically on a daily basis. When I said they're shady, they're probably in a business of tracking, monitoring, snooping, spying, human trafficking, human identity. They're probably dealer of something, probably dealer of drug. I don't know. I didn't see it with my own eyes that they are doing it, but since they don't leave my sight, I figured that out. Now, from what I understand, because they came up with Slender and they came up with smear campaign, and I myself don't know what is flying monkeys, but I think there is something to do with it. So some other participating surrounding neighbor, the overall of the neighborhood is almost extremely silence. It's been the most quiet neighborhood I ever saw in my life. There is no neighborhood quiet like that ever in my life. I didn't see anything like that. But the abuse and the harassment and the psychological warfare and the psychological remote neural monitoring and the remotely harassment and torturing and abusing and cyber ransoming and cyber blackmailing, it's on and on and on. It's not like they call you and they tell you, if you don't give me this and this and this and this, you get this and this and this and that. This is on daily basis, on a second basis, on a moment basis, of a day and night basis, of a 24/7 basis. Psychological harassment and harassment and harassment and harassment and harassment and harassment. I don't want to be famous for my strength. I don't want to be famous of me being hero. I don't want me to be famous for me being the world change. I want them to stop. What they're doing to me, it's illegal. I know there is people upstairs that are participating in that covered harassment. I know that. I know that they are participating in it. Now, it's happened to me when I was overseas. It's happened to me when I was in another town. It's happened to me everywhere I go. But they're the one who involved to put me in this program. They're part of it. Now, yesterday, I'm coming back from different type of errand that I ran, and I knew they're doing that purposely, showing me that people carrying bags and carrying certain type of I can't explain it. There is no word to explain it. But exactly when I'm passing by to show me, here it is. We took your stuff. We took your bags. We took your things. It's just to tease me. It's psychological torturing. You love your stuff. We show you how we can get in and mob you. You're going out to eat? Okay, we show you how we are getting in and mob you. You're going to have fun outside or flying or going overseas or going somewhere. We are showing you how we are going to get inside and mob you. Now, it's naturally that I need to explain that I don't have no crime on face of earth. Nobody is after me. I'm not after nobody. I don't have even single of a crime, not even 2% of a crime that I know of. I don't have no single, like I say all the time in my 100, 200 video before, I don't think I have even a record of any traffic ticket even. To show you that I don't have nothing on me. And here it is. I don't wish something like that on the worst person on face of earth. I'm not wishing something like that. They're following my thoughts. They're following my steps. Everywhere I go, I'm being spied, followed, snooped, tracked, and monitored. How I know? I hear the transmitting. I hear it. You can hear the transmitting that somebody is actually monitoring you, tracking you, following you. I'm not paranoid and I'm not schizophrenic and I'm not whoever wants me to sound like. That's not mental, even that they dying to put it as a mental situation, but it's not. That is abuse. That is remote neural monitoring, that neurological. They're damaging the brainwave, damaging the brain cell, damaging the nervous system, damaging the DNA, damaging every single fabric and fiber in my life. Can you imagine every second I'm waking up and I say what I did to get that? That is, I don't think Eichmann and Josef Mengele and Hitler being punished like that. A friend came to me years ago, year or 2 year or 3 year, because she's trying to offer me, come on, we go to San Diego, come on, we go to Mexico, come on, we go there and go there. I told her, listen, whatever you knew about me before, it's never not going to be the same ever again. They ruined my life. Even a flight that it was a piece of cake for me, now it's a mission impossible. I was fighting to go and travel and take a flight here and take a flight there and going Chicago, going Michigan, going Los Angeles, going San Francisco, going Miami, and so on and so on and so on. Now it's a freaking, I'm thinking zillion times before I even taking a flight. It's go both ways. You know, they're tracking you, they're monitoring you, they're spying on you, they snoop on you, they follow your thoughts. The remote neural monitoring you, they psychological harassing you and torturing you remotely. Naturally, because they're doing it, you hear the other side. Because it's technology, you hear the other side. Naturally, you hear the other side. You hear what they're saying. You hear it naturally. You hear it. Now the communication is just in Hebrew. Just in Hebrew. And I'm saying that, and I have probably 200, 300 video about this subject. It's wasting my life, wasting my health, wasting my energy, wasting my life. Spending time on those losers who doesn't have nothing to do in their life, just sitting and tracking and monitoring people. They pay me, I don't spy on nobody. They're not so interesting for me to spy on them. And here I am. I am the person who's being spied on. I used to paint, I used to draw, I used to create, I used to do art, I used to do craft, I used to do... When I stopped doing all that, all the freaking planet and the world and the globe and the universe start to paint and draw and craft and whatnot. It's frustrating. It's not frustrating that they're doing that. It's frustrating that they put me in a situation. I wake up, my head spinning, my brain spinning, and I say, when they're going to freaking stop? You can do it for 5 days, 3 days, a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, but freaking 14 years they're doing it. Since that obsessed neighbor moved with their shadow dealer brother and their father and their uncle and their grandmother and their all of them. And here it is, the chas v'chalila, chas v'chalila, chas v'chalila. Forbidden, forbidden, we're not doing it. So who the hell doing it? So in the beginning, when all this started, I contacted FBI. I told them the story that they disappeared from the office. I couldn't find them after I contacted them a few times. And then I told authority about it. They probably got scared because they don't know what the heck it is. And then I told the management, they freaking fell from their chair because they didn't know what the hell it is. It's Israeli. Yes, a Secret Service police of Israel connected with my ex-husband and sister-in-laws, one in New York and one in Florida, connected to that. How they do it? They have a knowledge of Modi'in, Shin Bet, Shabak, just name it, secret police. And they took innocent freaking person. All my relative, they have humongous knowledge in deep security and secret service police. All of them. They have remarkable knowledge. I'm talking 20, 30 years. Ex-husband have all the knowledge of secret police. He was free since 20 years old, probably less than 20 years old. He was an army police. And then he worked in security, and then he worked in IDF and so on and so on. They have humongous knowledge in Air Force, in secret police, in Shin Bet, in Shabak, in Modi'in, all of them. And I can't tell you how many there are, and I can't tell you how many and how much they know. Now, why I'm saying that? They're my relative. They're the closest people to me. Why I'm saying that? Because they freaking destroyed my life. They destroyed my life. When they're bringing kids and happy and party and chatuna and bar mitzvah and brit and events and occasion and happy every Monday and Tuesday, I'm here crying on my life. They took it away from me. Now, I'm not pointing my finger on nobody specifically, because probably it take a village to do that. Yeah, it take a village to do that. I'm like a dog here. It's worse. It's worse than a prison. It's worse. It's worse than a prison. I try to survive, to make enough money, to get the hell from this place, because I never liked this town. I never did. I've been bought here by my ex-husband, and I never liked this town, never, ever. I don't like snow, I don't like bars, I don't like everything that they're doing. Hiking, biking, I can't stand it. I'm not for those things. It's not my style, it's not my things. Now, covered, I don't know how to say it actually, whatever the heck it is, harassment and torturing, uh, their attention is to reduce the quality of the person, reduce if the person, let's say, is gifted, let's say is gifted, to reduce it, reduce the quality of that person, reduce the ability of that person, reduce everything, the DNA, the brain, they mapping the brain. You know what they're doing? They wiping parts of the brain, wiping. And they wonder why people forget stuff. Duh. They're 24/7 on my freaking head. They're 24/7. I'm talking if it was more than 24/7 on a day, it was like 300, 360 around the world in my brain. They don't leave me alone. They don't leave me alone. I don't believe it's one person doing it. There is a stalker, specific stalker that is a pervert. He's probably in the hospital by now, or God knows what's happened to him. There is the pervert, there is the whiner, there is the one who cried, there is the one who's saying, they're torturing me, they're torturing me, they're torturing me, and there is the one who is crying and crying and crying, and there is the one who's saying, Azevel, 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 and there is the one who's saying, it's when you're junk, we want your stuff, we want your stuff, we want your stuff, everything just in Hebrew, just in Hebrew, just in Hebrew. My ex-husband was obsessed with my things. I used to have like gazillion items in the house that we used to own. We used to own a huge house, and I used to have like bazillion stuff there. When I moved, I needed to put it in a storage. The storage gone because they was torturing me and torturing me and torturing me until they took the last item from the storage. They took everything. Everything that me and my children grew up with, they took it. Now they continue doing it. They'll continue doing it. They'll continue doing it. I hear my sister-in-law, the other line. It's like a phone, they're talking with you. It's like a cell phone. They're talking to your brainwave. They're talking to your cell phone. It's the same thing. They sound clear as clear can be. They sound more clear than a cell phone, actually. And sometimes I spot that is my sister-in-law. Sometimes I spot that I can recognize a lot of them, all of them. Beside the people that I don't know who they are, that probably participating, but they speak just Hebrew. It's agenda. It's agenda from it's called from the Kabbalah, probably agenda from Chabad, from Or Avner, all that are participating in this crap, all of them are freaking huge witches. I become sick from them. I become pure sick from that. If I didn't was sick once, now I am very sick. Now I hear my sister, one of the sister, actually I hear few of them. They are probably also participating. Like I said before, in my 100, 200 videos before, either they're the one who participating or they mimicking their voices through a computer. I don't think FBI here and CIA, I think CIA and FBI don't know what is it. I think CIA and FBI don't know what is it. And the one who know it probably corrupted. Because I told them about it in 2009. And those agents, when I wanted to talk with them again to explain to them what's going on, they told me they're no longer working in the office. So what it's left is just the corrupted who is running all this FBI and CIA. If you ask me, it's maybe FBI and CIA been hacked 20 years ago, and NSA think they've been hacked. I know that something wrong with that Maxine. I know that. I know that something wrong with that Maxine who live above me. I know that something wrong with them. I know. I know. I know because I hear their stamping. It's obviously it's harassment and torching. Their stamping, it's harassment and torching. And the last time I did a recording, it was like hour and a half probably. Try to explain what's going on. And I think my recording just erased by itself. My recording that I put the recording like 2-3 days ago. Listen, they're doing that every single second. I live with it. I live with that. I live with this harassment and torching and harassment and torching and harassment and torching and harassment and torching every single second, 24/7. I was assuming Lakid have something to do with it. Don't ask me how it came up to my head. But Lakid, they are humongous in security and all this technology. Since they joined the Israel Army and Israel Air Force and Israel Shin Bet and Israel Shabak, the planet got confused. Now, I don't think I ever in my life and after my death, I don't think they ever find out who are behind it. I don't think so, because it's the most complicated torching on face of earth. Broadcasting and remote neural monitoring and messing with the DNA, messing with the nervous system, messing with the brainwave, messing with the brain cell. It's the most complicated things ever exist. I don't know ever they found who got me in this program. I don't think so. Now, I thought about contacting a real lawyer, a good lawyer or good attorney, whatever you can call it, whatever you want to call it, and telling about this case. But the first thing they ask me who they are, what they're doing, when they did it. And of course, the first thing they're going to ask, where is the evidence? Maybe they get the evidence when I be dead. I can't prove them that. There is no evidence. You can't bring evidence. There is no evidence. This crime, it's what it's called perfect crime. There is no evidence. You can't bring evidence. That neighbor spying on me, following me, tracking me, reading thoughts, stamping on me, harassing me, and when I'm not here, mobbing from me. But I don't have evidence. I can't prove it, even that I have two freaking humongous surveillance camera and they can go around it. They can show you just what they want you to see, not what I want you to see. Everything it's technology. Technology, 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 technology. Radio frequency, EMF, remote neural monitoring, probably some antenna involved, probably some crystal involved, probably some beaming involved, probably some other equipment and other tools involved that I don't know about, but they're using it. The first thing when my ex-husband come and visit here, he was knocking on the wall because I just kind of like moved here around that area. I moved before, but around that area, around that time, the first thing when he was sitting on the sofa, he was knocking on the wall and he said, the walls are very thin here. Now, I'm talking about a person, they have tremendous knowledge in foundation, building, wall, construction, from A to Z, everything about walls, about floor, about carpet, about doors, about cabinets, about construction, about foundation, about everything to do with buildings. And I looked at him and I said, why are you saying that? It's so weird that you're saying that. He probably put me in it. It's so weird because the kids didn't see him for so long and we didn't see him. I couldn't even recognize him because I said to my children, he looked skinny, he looked different, his movement was jumping, his movement was like a movement of a nervous person. He was smoking like cigarette by cigarette. He was changing cigarette. He didn't finish the first one and he light the second one. And when he's out of cigarette, he's going crazy. He's running like looking for cigarettes wherever he can. But this is not the things that bother me. What it's bother me is that it started to happen when he came here. He probably put that program on me. Now, they said that he passed away. Psh, I don't even freaking believe that, because the person who came here, it was different from what I know. And now, some people, like relative or people who care about me and love me or whatever the case, they tell me, stop talking about everything, stop explaining everything, stop saying too much about you, stop saying this and that, especially where you live and the community name and community blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Stop saying that. No, I want to put end to it. I wanted to make sure that they stop doing that. This is why I am talking. This is why I'm blabbering about it. This is why even that they say, stop talking about it, stop talking about it, stop talking about it, stop talking about. No, I don't stop until they stop. You stop first. All the time that they're doing this transmission and frequency on me and harassing me and following my thoughts and following my track and following me everywhere I go and mobbing me, I don't stop. No, I don't stop. I don't deserve to be tortured like that, like an animal. If in the Israel they think that those things allowed, here it's not allowed. I think Golden Smith community know about it. And I think the management in 80222 know about it. I think all of them involved. They want me dead. Pure and simple, they want me dead. I'm saying it as much as I can explain it. It's like cyber ransom, blackmailing ransom, cyber blackmailing, and cyber harassment and torturing on steroid 24/7. I am talking 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, non-stop, 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 non-stop. Harassing one single mother who did nothing wrong to nobody, accusing me and putting slander that it's not true. Accusing me in stuff that I don't even freaking know about. I never was here. I don't know one single other apartment here. I don't know the people here. And here is the part that they are saying that they are torturing them. to do that. It's mean. It's mean somebody torturing them to do that. It's not that I'm criminal or I did something to somebody or I don't, like I say, I'm not creating that. This is the fact. I don't have no crime on face of earth. And on top of everything, I need to hear this pervert. I need to hear that stupid whispering on my ear every single day. They get money. They get money doing it. They get money. They get money to harass me. They get money to harass me. You can imagine they're not even American. They're in Israel. They're not American citizen, what I am. And they're sitting and whispering, I save it, I save it, I save it, I save it, I save it. So Israel taking stuff of people that end up in a hospital, end up dead, end up in the street, end up gone, disappear. They take their stuff, they take their property, they take their building, they take their houses, they take their knickknack, they take their stuffed animal, they take their everything. You know why they're doing it to me? For my stuff. They orchestrated something that's something wrong with me so they can pull my EEG and my brainwave and my brain cell. And then when they have that and hack that and snag that, they can track me everywhere I go. Now, even, listen, this subject is very, 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 very harsh. And it's very, very, very difficult subject. It's very hard. It's very complicated subject. Now, some people who don't have a clue about those things, they say, oh, she's freaking crazy. She's out of her mind. That's a lie. If you think I'm lying, so first, I feel sorry for you. Second, I am glad for you that you don't know nothing about this subject because you're lucky. And third, I don't wish you no bad in life because you probably never figure out what they're doing to me. So I don't want to convince you to believe me because if I hear a video like that in 2009, I said this is out from this world. This is not real. I can't live my life. I want to. Traveling, it's one of my things that I love the most. Beside art and beside drawing, beside painting, and so on and so on and so on. My ability of painting, it's reduced. My ability of drawing, it's reduced. My quality of life, it's reduced. They're freaking tracking me. Can you imagine that? You want to sleep and somebody arising you when you ask yourself, what the hell? I don't even freaking know you. So I sound powerful, strong, convincing, and so on and so on and so on. That's not my freaking point. I don't want to get a prize for it. I don't want to get a freaking be famous of it. I don't want nothing like that. I want them to stop. My prize and my gift is when they stop. They didn't even let me to open a website about this subject. I wanted to do it. They put all kind of sabotaging for me not to do it. I'm 20 years thinking about opening website. Everybody else become a billionaire, but I didn't. They probably used all my freaking gifts or used my inspiration and used whatever. I'm not blaming them to be inspired. That's not my issue. My issue that I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't do nothing. Even to sort my stuff around me, I couldn't. And if the management have something to do with that, I probably sue them too. Even that you don't see you be dead and you don't see a dime from this management. I know that they did wrong to me. Well, let me see. In another word, I'm trying to come down. I'm trying to come down for freaking 14 years. I'm trying to come down. Whoever was running that program on me, the smear campaign and flying monkeys and harassment, and they call it, I think, covered harassment or covered torching. I never get it how you say it. It doesn't matter. But it's like broadcasting and remote neural monitoring and whatnot or whatnot and whatnot. They kept me and my children hostage for 24 years. 24 years, me and my children are hostage to this situation. 24 years. 24 years is a circle of hell. At least I know that my children are not aware of that, and I am happy about it and glad about it. But I was hostage 24 years. It's mean in my own house, in my own place, I was hostage 24 years. Hostage. 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 It's mean I've been tracked, I've been monitored, I've been followed, I've been spied, I've been snooped. I'm taking a shower and I hear them saying, I save it, 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 I save it. And of course, there is words I can't freaking say it. There is words I can't say it. You know, there is words in Hebrew, I can't say it here. Anyway, the batteries got low and I'm sick and tired of it. And I think it's about time that they realize what damage they did to me and they realize that they need to stop. That's it. They need to stop. I'm tired of it. How I say that I'm tired of it. How I say that I'm fed up with it. How I say that it's illegal to do that to human being, to animal, to pets, to dog. It's illegal to do it. So why they're doing it? And I'm stopping here because first I'm tired. I'm sick of it. Yes, and I'm going to put it either in a website that I'm opening if they don't sabotage me, or either in Facebook or either in YouTube. And I think I have an idea and I have a clue who are behind it.